When I was 13, my parents bought an old farmhouse on the outskirts of a quiet town. It was beautiful, in a sad kind of way. The wood creaked. The air always smelled faintly like rain. And there was this massive oak tree in the backyard that looked like it had secrets. But there was one thing that stood out. The guest room, it was always locked from the outside. My parents never talked about it. They said it was just full of junk from the old owners. We had no key. Over time, I stopped asking about it. Years passed. I grew up, went to college. My parents still lived there. I visited every summer, but nothing ever changed. Until one year it did. I was home for the holidays. It was around 2 a.m. when I got up to get water, and I saw something that made me freeze. The guest room door was open. Just a crack. I stood there, heart racing, debating whether I should look. Eventually, curiosity won. I pushed it open. Inside was a fully furnished room. Clean, maintained, not dusty at all. Even a cup still full of what looked like tea. The bed was made. There were books on the nightstand. It looked like someone was living in there. I called out to my parents. They came running, saw the door open, and turned pale. Then my dad, in the calmest voice I'd ever heard, said, "Go to your room." Now, I didn't argue. The next day, the door was locked again. When I asked about it, my mom just said, "Sometimes that room forgets it's supposed to stay shut." That's when I started digging. I went to the town records office, found the original owners of the farmhouse. Turns out there was a daughter. She died in that room. By the time they did, it was too late. Locked in by mistake during a thunderstorm. She was 11. The parents couldn't get in fast enough. They moved out after that. Couldn't live with the guilt, but it gets worse. A neighbor told me, "You know that room used to open sometimes, right? Every few years, just for a night. Never woke up." People who stayed in it, or if they did, they weren't the same. I went back home this time. I waited, put a camera outside the guest room. Nothing happened for days. Then, on the 7th night, the camera recorded the door slowly creaking open, and standing inside was a young girl, wet hair, pale skin, staring directly into the camera. The clip ended with a single word, whispered faintly, "Let me in." I showed it to my parents. They burned the camera. We sealed the room with bricks 2 weeks later. But sometimes, when I'm visiting and the house is quiet, I still hear knocking from inside the wall. And once, just once, I heard the voice again. "You saw me. That means it's your turn."